has been like for you and your family?
A nightmare, a living nightmare.
How are you doing? I know that you also suffered some severe injuries. How is your recovery going, and what does the prognosis look like?
So the medical staff from trauma all the way to the rehabilitation center has been amazing, with me and making sure that we're headed on the right path for my recovery, and it is heading down that way. But I struggle with sleep at night just because I'm bedridden, and I'll be bedridden for the next about 2-3 months, and I won't be able to fully walk for 6 months. So it is a struggle, but I feel we're heading down the right path as far as recovery to being able just to walk again, or just even going to the restroom on my own.
Has your family and even your colleagues, have they been super supportive of everything you're going through?
Very supportive, very supportive. Family to friends to, like, as I stated earlier, the NFL community, especially the Bills Mafia. I'm a big Buffalo Bills fan, one of the super fans, and it's amazing what they've done. I can't even explain it.
And tell me a little bit about your wife. Who was she? What was she like? Where did you guys meet?
She was special. We met while working together, and about almost close to 20 years ago, we just had our 18th year anniversary in October the 21st. This is our firstborn, Nathan, 17, and she was such a beautiful, amazing person. I couldn't have asked, the Lord to share those years with anybody else. Amazing mother. My cousins, they used to always laugh because we'd be like at the coast or somewhere at the beach or something, and they would always say, like, April, you want to sit down and have a drink? She says, no, I'm okay. She just always had eyes on these kids. Like, her pride was her kids. And, she was the greatest mother ever and the best of wife, and brought out the best of me.
So how important is it to get justice for her?
Very important. That's my number one goal here, is to make sure that there is justice for April. There was no reason for that driver to be off the roadway on the grass. We weren't on the roadway. We were off in the shoulder in the grass area. And when I would walk, this is a daily routine, or not a daily routine, but we would do it like four times a week, 3 times at the minimum. So we go walk in our own neighborhood. You think you're safe in your own neighborhood in a country, on a county road, minimal traffic. And whenever cars would come, I would be the one that always want to push her like further away, closer to like the fence lines. And for that person to hit both of us, and for all those 4 tires to be on the grass, there needs to be the accountability and justice brought on that driver.
It was not a hit and run. He did pull over, you said?
He did pull over, and when I got hit, I thought I was dying. The impact was so severe, and I relive that every day, so many times today I relive that, and it brings me to, I don't know, just like a dark place in my life. And we got hit so hard, we didn't have a chance there was no brakes, so we never heard any type of brakes, so he hit us full speed. And in my opinion, he was going way over the speed limit. He hit us from the back at full speed, no brakes, because if we would have heard brakes, or he would have did some type of evasive action, we could have at the very least responded, even if it was like a second. At least we would have had that, but we didn't. We didn't have that.
I know that you can't go much into detail, but as far as the people who are going to be following this case, what would you want to say to them, and why is it so important that they hold him accountable to the full extent? Because he took his mother, he took his life.
I would say this: the Department of Public Safety, if you're seeing this, I'm asking for a thorough, complete investigation, as perfect as can be, as perfect as you ever could imagine. we lost a lot. As you see what I'm dealing with, she was the greatest person, the best wife I could ever ask for. And she was the greatest mother to the kids. And my kids are hurting. They're hurting bad. I shouldn't have to explain to a 7-year-old that. My son's young and he thinks God is powerful, and he is powerful. But he hasn't grasped that his mom won't be here on earth with us physically anymore. So I asked for justice for my wife.
What's next for your family? How do you guys move forward from this?
Just day by day. There's really no plan. It's like I said, it's a living nightmare. And I mean, when I go to sleep, I just pray that I see her every night. It's just a day by day process.
And if she were still here, what would she tell everyone who has supported you guys, and what would she tell your family?
That's a tough question, because she was such a great person. She would have so many great things to say, and she was a true spiritual believer of God and Jesus, and she always instilled that, in the kids. That's a hard question.
Is there anything else you would like to add, or anything I haven't asked that you think is important?
I just want to say thank you to everybody, the community, the NFL community, family, friends that have been there, like from the smallest thing, from just helping me be able to go to the restroom to get me there, and the PM group and everybody that's involved with the donations, and we're very grateful. But then again, it doesn't bring my wife back, and we love her dearly, and I miss her like crazy.